What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing today? Back today with another Monday morning memes. Stay tuned. All right, back with another Monday morning memes. Today's got another lot of them, so we better get moving. We got a bunch of them again, so we're gonna get right into it. Appreciate y'all. Love you. Hope we have some fun with this one. A little bit of spice, but not too bad this time. But we do just have a lot of them. So first one: you own a store. The store gets robbed. Elon looks at the video footage of the robbery and tells you who did it. Now you want to arrest Elon. Yeah, I don't understand people, but that's the way they think. That's what they want to do. Next, I'm so fed up with your constant wordplay jokes. How can I stop my addiction? Whatever means necessary. No, it doesn't. Whatever does not mean necessary. Alright, that was kind of dumb. Next, I left my job today. I couldn't work for a man after what he said to me. Well, what did he say? Katie, you're fired. Yeah, you can't work there after saying that. I would have left too. You don't talk to me like that. Why do the French eat snails? We don't like fast food. They don't like fast food, snails? Yeah. Girls nowadays are like a box of chocolates. Some of them have nuts. That one I thought was pretty good. That one I thought was real good. Some girls just have nuts. You don't have to strap down the boat, but it helps. Yeah, it helps. Shout out to all the truck drivers out there driving around the country through the rain, shine, or snow. Thanks for your service. Thank you, truckers. We wouldn't have a lot of what we have if it weren't for truckers. Thank you, trucker. Thank you, trucker. You're so out of my league. I'm like a super popular on social media. Isn't that like being rich in Monopoly? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It's like, no offense, but a lot of you YouTubers are the same way. You're popular YouTube, but I won't go there. An important scientific study proves that the result of scientific study depends entirely on where its funding comes from. Yeah, that's the way it's getting to be. Science isn't science anymore. And this one's not really a meme. It's just, with the price of eggs, I just wanted to take some pictures of some of the eggs at my local store. This is just a screenshot from my Walmart that, and I don't know how much eggs are from where you're at, but these are, we've got 27.24 for a 60 pack. That doesn't sound too bad to me. I mean, 5.46 for a dozen and 7.12 for an 18 pack. I mean, is that high? I don't buy eggs very often, so leave it in the comments. Is that a lot? But anyway, I don't know. I just took those because all the controversy about the high egg prices that Trump hasn't brought down the prices yet that he was supposed to do on day one. So they seem reasonable to me, I guess. Reasonable-ish. Compared to what some people have been posting, they're actually quite cheap. Compared to what some of these Facebook posts say they are. But anyway, no matter how badass you are, you'll never match a raccoon riding an alligator. Yeah, I don't think so. You're never gonna be that cool. Sorry. Yeah, you're never gonna be as cool as bad as a raccoon riding an alligator. I'm at that age where I do this thing called whatever I want, and I love it. Yeah, I think we can all I think most of us can agree to that, that once you get to that certain age, you just do whatever you want and you enjoy it. You might disagree, but trade schools deserve more funding than woke universities. Yeah, they do. Woke universities, yeah. I agree. Like I said, there's a little spice today, but nothing major, but a little bit. Chicken soup may be good for the soul, but whiskey's good for just about everything else. Yeah, I agree with that. Can't have enough whiskey. My friend with a stuttering problem just got sentenced to prison. Just got sent to prison. I fear he may never finish his sentence. Just a stupid little one, but I just thought it was kind of cute. So if I take half your cookies, what would I have? Two black eyes and a fat lip. Yeah, you don't mess with cookie. You don't mess with cookies. Sorry, you don't mess with my cookies, son. I've killed for less than that. When my wife is sick in bed and she asks for plain toast, there's just some plain toast, honey. Mom, what does DEI mean? Didn't earn it. That's a tough. There's a little spice there. You didn't earn it. You just did it because you just got it because of something else. Thomas Sowell. Blacks were not enslaved because they were black, but because they were available. Slavery has existed in the world for thousands of years. Whites enslaved other whites. Europeans in Europe for centuries before the first black was brought to the Western Hemisphere. Asians enslaved Europeans, Asians enslaved other Asians, Africans enslaved other Africans. And indeed, even today, in North Africa, blacks continue to enslave blacks. It's only evil when the whites do it to the blacks. And even at that, it's evil all the time. It's evil everywhere. I'm not trying to say it's only evil, but they just don't care about that. It's only what, it doesn't fit their narrative. All these, even today there's black people enslaving other black people, but you don't hear about that. You don't hear about all this other stuff. You just hear about the ones that happened in this country. People just need to break out some history books. If you have money for beer, drugs, and cigarettes and tattoos, you have no business on welfare. Simple as that. If you can afford all that nonsense, beer, drugs, cigarettes, and tobacco, and tattoos, you don't need welfare. You're good. You got this. Unfortunately, some people will never bother to ask for your side of the story because the side they heard fits how they want to feel about you. Yeah, that fits a few people I know. They don't ever want to hear my side of the story. They just believe the other side of the story and move on. But whatever. Will you tie my shoes while I'm on the toilet? You can't be serious. I shit you not. Another silly one. Got to throw a few of those in. They're funny. They don't all have to be political, but DHS is forcing me to sell my 2024 BMW, or my food stamps get cut from $4,000 to $88 a month. They also cut my cash benefits and tell me Section 8 will no longer pay 90% of my rent. What do I do? First of all, $4,000 a month in food stamps, and you own a 2024 BMW, and Section 8 will no longer pay 95% of your rent? What the heck is wrong with you? What do I do? It's called get a job. It's called quit living on the system. That's what our money's going to here, people. That's part of what our tax money is being paid. $4,000 a month to people that own a 2024 BMW. If you can afford a BMW, you have no business having food stamps. You have no business being in Section 8 housing if you drive a BMW. Sorry, especially a 24 BMW. That's probably what, an $80,000 car, 60 maybe at cheapest if it's a cheap BMW. Yeah, you got no business being on welfare, honey. Should protesters that block ambulances be charged with manslaughter if the patient dies? I think so. I think so. That or they, I don't know. I won't go there, but run them down. Good news, Red States. You can now pick your own fruits and vegetables in the blazing sun for $5 an hour. Okay, first of all, I can pick my own fruits and vegetables and get paid for it? Where do I sign up? That sounds like a great deal. You know, here I am out in my garden picking my own fruits and vegetables for free. And they're willing to pay me for it? Bring it on. I'll do that all day long. Let's see what people are complaining about. There are two ways to be fooled. One is to believe what isn't true. The other is to refuse to believe what is true. Work hard enough, and one day, the state will confiscate a majority of your income. Yep, that's what our future has to look forward to. That's what our children have to look forward to. Breaking. It's being reported that the Epstein client list will be released within 10 days. Release them names. They've already released the Diddy list. I don't know why I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's been released. The opinion of 10,000 men is of no value if none of them know anything about the subject. Ouch. Marcus Aurelius. And that was from years and years ago. Still true today. And a lot of people are in that category. They have an opinion, but they know nothing about the subject they have an opinion on. I think the decline of child spanking and the rise of disrespectful little are totally related. 100%. 100%. Why should hard-working folks be taxed to the max just to fund the couch adventures of those who won't work when they can? That's a good question. And hopefully Elon figures that out. What socialism promises, what socialism delivers. Ouch. I don't know if Facebook has ever caused the lame to walk, but it sure has caused the dumb to speak. Oh, totally. You ever scroll through Facebook lately? 10 things that money can't buy. 1. Manners. 2. Morals. Respect, character, common sense, trust, patience, class, integrity, and love. You can stockpile those all day long and not have to spend a penny. You become your best self when you work on things people can't take away from you. Mindset, character, integrity, authenticity, discipline, and kindness. People can't take that away from you. They can try. They can try to make you believe what they want you to believe. It's just as easy to buy a scientist as it is to buy a politician. Ouch. Socialism is the government taking from you what you rightfully worked for and giving it to people who don't deserve it. Democratic socialism? Same as above, except the government tells you it's the right thing to do. And that's what the Democrats want. They want socialism. Only they want democratic socialism. if we add that word to it, it'll sound better. It'll sound different, but same thing. $5 billion for a border wall. $451 billion to house immigrants. That's the way our government thinks, and that's the way a lot of these liberals think. Oh, $5 million for a border wall. Ugh, we can spend our money better than that, but yet $451 billion to house immigrants. Priorities. President Trump gets cheered while Taylor Swift gets booed at the Super Bowl. Go woke, go broke. Let's see all the things government made better. There's nothing here. That's because the government doesn't make anything better. Politics ruins everything. That's what I try to tell everybody. Politics ruins everything. You may disagree, but marriage is only between one man and one woman. Period. That may piss some of you off, but 100%. The decline of our nation started when the government stepped in and corrected parents about how to correct their children. Once they started telling us how to discipline our children, the nation went downhill fast. Once they started telling us that we can't discipline our children the way we were disciplined, the people who are whining about 19-year-old working in the Doge are the same people who wanted you to listen to a 13-year-old about the climate. Same people. Really not possible to point this out loudly enough. When the media is behind your movement, you aren't the resistance. No, you're just the sheep. That's all you are. You're just sheep. You're not a resistance, you're sheep. Obama. Those who enter our country illegally and those who employ them disrespect the rules of law. And because we live in an age where terrorists are challenging our borders, we simply cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, and unchecked. Americans are right to demand better border security and better enforcement of the immigration laws. Obama, 2006. Donald Trump, I approve this message. I approve that too. Couldn't have said it better myself there, Obama. There's nothing wrong about wanting to know what they do with our money. There's nothing wrong with that. I've been saying that all along. Even if they find nothing wrong, which they won't, they already have found something wrong, but even if they don't, is it wrong for us to know what they're spending our money on? I don't think so. I'd like to know. I'd like to know where my money's going. But I know there's fraud. Anyway, to whom this may concern, for the 2026 halftime show, do better. Sincerely, most of the general public. I agree. Super Bowl halftime show wasn't that great. When you buy your first gun, when you buy your 237th gun, it's exciting every time. If you're mad at Elon for proving that politicians are stealing our tax money, you're a special kind of stupid. Special kind of stupid. Why would you be mad at that? I mean, like, seriously. I mean, we could talk about this all day. A whole different video, a whole different time, but it's like, I'd like to know where my money's going. Sometimes you just have to give up on people. Not because you don't care, but because they don't. I'm in my done era. Not mad, not bothered, just done. I'm protecting my peace at all costs. Sometimes you get to that point. CNN. Trump administration drafting executive order to initiate Department of Education's elimination. Before the Department of Education, U.S. ranked number 1 in education. Average 4-year tuition, $2,850. However, in the 1970s, $2,800 was a lot more money than it is today. 45 years later, United States ranked 34th in education with an average of $11,600 tuition. The tuition you kind of gotta, you gotta account for inflation and whatnot, cost of living and stuff like that. But they dropped from first to 34th in ranking education. I'm beginning to think that eliminating fraud would balance the entire budget. And maybe even more. Maybe even plus some. You're someone's most hated Facebook account. Just thought you should know that. And I take pride in that too, by the way. People will quit on you. Just make sure you get up every day and never quit on yourself. Keep going. Keep going. I live by 3 simple rules. Love needs action, trust needs proof, and sorry needs change. Words are just words. The same people freaking out over Doge exposing government spending are the same people who said nothing about 87,000 new IRS agents to audit you. Ouch. Why people are mad at Doge, mad about Doge. It's like you're mad at the person that auditing your bank account and found out the bank have been stealing your money for years. Instead of being outraged at the bank, you're angry at the auditor. How does that make sense? Please, people, make it make sense. Comment down below or something. Make it make sense. I don't get it. I don't get why people are so mad about it. Other than the guilty ones. If you're guilty, I can see why you're mad. If you're not guilty, then I don't see why you're so mad at it. Unless you're benefiting from it in some way. Why are you mad? I'm happy. Do it. Find out. No one elected Elon. Well, no one elected Anthony Fauci, George Soros, Bill Gates, Hunter Biden, Amos Hochstein, or Xi Jinping. And no one elected Kamala Harris as the Democratic candidate for president. Sit down, be quiet until your arrest warrants are finalized. Arrest them all. Arrest every single one of them. Hold them accountable, Trump. Hold them all accountable. 100 million chickens. The Biden administration. Democrats. Why are eggs so expensive under Trump? I stand by the man who gave up his rich life for his country, not the people who sold their country to get rich. And last but not least, hey Snowflake, in the real world, you don't get a participation trophy. Not everybody's a winner. No one owes you anything. Screaming doesn't make you right. Sometimes you actually lose. Crying doesn't solve problems. Nothing is free in this world. People are going to say things that you don't like. You are not special. And that's the show for today. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoy doing these memes. It's fun. I enjoy it. Appreciate y'all. Love you. Do the YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, share, comment. We are demonetized, so if you feel like donation, there's a little link down below. You can donate a couple of bucks if you feel like it. If not, hey, that's no pressure to that. It's down there if you want to. You can subscribe if you'd like. Appreciate y'all. Love you. See you in the next one.